That are in there.
Some of the hardest games I've ever played are some inter-squad games. You can't settle for anything, even at training, because somebody's there to want to take that spot. Training like that for 4 years, it can only make a team better, it can only make you better. That's why I enjoyed the Chile game so much. Everyone got to see what we get to see behind the scenes of everyone fighting for each other.
Every player on this team besides the backup goalies, and we are only 2 games into this tournament. What does that say about this group?
I mean, it's a great tribute to these guys. I mean, we've got a fantastic squad, a lot of depth, and I think it just builds the energy when everybody feels like they're a part of this, and which they are. And so I think it's just, it's tremendous that everybody got in.
Some coaches might have played their starting group the first 2 and then rested the third. But, we thought it was really important for those players to be ready for the knockout stage and play a more physical team, respectfully a more challenging team in that last group stage game. So those players came in to kind of just amp the level up, just knowing there's going to be more involved here.
Lindsay Horan will get her second of this World Cup.
You have these talented players who are not just willing to step into any role they're called upon, but can find strengths in that position. And Jill Ellis, I think, has always gotten the most credit for being like a manager who can manage people. She talked a lot about having this core 14, core 15, but then the full 20 that she has.
Create separation, or you're trying to close a gap. And that piece in there, that's the hardest piece.
I think it was the Spain game. You saw that the level of competition had drastically increased.
We call this game our banana peel game internally, our coaches, because this is a game that could potentially slip you up. 1, as much as you talk about it, your players could be looking beyond it. 2, this is a team that the opponent has a lot of good quality, very organized, and sometimes it's challenging.
That's Hermoso! Shutout's gone, 1-1.
I think for us it was just important to stay in it as much as we could. Obviously they were a little heavy in the challenge.
I really enjoyed that game because that goal didn't people down, it lit a match, and I think that was kind of like the fire of the tournament is arised. It's do or die time now.
Checking the foul. The game is on the line right here. She says penalty. Rapinoe will strike. Rapinoe scores. 2-1 US.
As stressful as that game was, I think to watch in person, that was the turning point of, listen, this game was the bigger challenge and they figured out a way to solve it.
Spain gave the USA a scare, but the U.S. is still going to go on and face France on Friday in the quarterfinals.
I'll just address it head on. I stand by the comments that I made about not wanting to go to the White House. I don't think that I would want to go, and I would encourage my teammates to think hard about lending that platform or having that co-opted by an administration that doesn't feel the same way and doesn't fight for the same things that we fight for.
I know that it was serious, and it was like, that's
just insane that a president would be doing that and like a very sort of consequential thing. But in the same sense, it didn't really feel like that. I think our team, again, did a good job of like acknowledging it and being like, this is insane. But then just sort of like moving on, and not that we, you know, needed any extra motivation, but I think it did like bring the team together even a little bit more.
I feel like anyone that I talked to, especially commentators, were like, this is the match that we want. Those are the type of games that you dream of playing in.
Did it meet my expectations in terms of what I thought it was going to be? Yes, and maybe even beyond. I was very proud to be a part of that night. I've been around Megan long enough to know when she is absolutely locked on. The confidence she gave off, I knew that it was going to be backed up by a performance.
And that was like one of the best, like most fun games we've played, just to be in that kind of atmosphere. We rarely have atmospheres that are against us. It was a unique experience for us, but I think we kind of like reveled in it.
Rapinoe, goal, US!
We had to really grind it out that game, but I feel like the mentality was just kind of like, we're gonna do what we have to do to win.